Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, beautiful people. Welcome back again to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking. Thanks for coming back. If you are new here, you're welcome. My new subscribers, Jazakumullahu khairan. Thanks for subscribing. And please, if you haven't subscribed yet, consider subscribing, like my videos, share with your friends and families. Comment down below. I really appreciate. So, inshallah, in today's video, I want to talk about sadaqah, meaning charity. We are in the month of Ramadan, so we need to do a lot of good deeds in this month. And charity is one of the important deeds you can do to earn good rewards from Almighty Allah. So the Prophet ﷺ doesn't joke with Ramadan. So please do as best good deed that you can do in Ramadan. And one of the good deeds which you can do is giving sadaqah. A hadith was narrated about the Prophet ﷺ saying, "Kana Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam ajwad an-nas wa kana ajwad ma yakunu fi Ramadan." It says the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was the most generous of men. And he used to become more generous, more so, most particularly in the month of Ramadan. So the Prophet does not joke. In this month, he becomes more generous. My question is, are you generous in this month? Have you started giving in this month? If you haven't started, my dear, start giving. Reaping this blessing, because Allah Almighty says in the Quran, He said, "Wama anfaqtum min shay, fahuwa yukhlifu." Whatever you spend in the cause of Allah, Allah is going to increase it for you. It's going to yukhlifu, it means He will compensate it for you. It's going to give you more than what you've spent in the cause of Allah. Allah also said in the Quran, He said, "Yamhaqullahu riba wa yurbi sadaqat." He said, He, Allah, has destroyed usury, which is interest. Interest is haram in Islam. But Allah said, "Wa yurbi sadaqat." As for charity, He said, He, Allah, will increase for charity. So there is a blessing in giving charity. The more charity you give, the more blessings that comes to you. So, my dear people, give sadaqah, because sadaqah does not decrease your wealth. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Man naqasa sadaqa min mal." So no matter how you give out your money, it won't decrease it. Instead, it becomes more blessings for you. You become more successful, blossom, and then you become more prosper. So don't be scared of giving. Among the good deeds you can do in this month is giving food to a fasting person. According to the hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, "Man fatara sa'iman kana lahu mithil ajri, ghayra annahu la yanqusu min ajri sa'imi shay'a." That anybody who gives food to a fasting person to break his fast is going to get a reward equal to that fasting person. And your reward won't diminish anything from the reward of the fasting person. So, my dear, if you have the means, you have the capacity, give out food to anyone you see fasting. Give them food so that you can get equal reward with them. And your reward won't diminish anything from their reward. So you can see how beautiful this is. And in another case, maybe for some people who can't afford that, you can't afford food. The Prophet, peace be upon him, also said, "Ittaqun nar walau bi shiqqi tamr." The Prophet said, save yourself from hellfire, even if it's with a piece of dates. This is to tell us that sadaqah will also protect you from hellfire. So even if you have little thing, as small as piece of date, half of a date, the Prophet said, give it out in charity. Don't underestimate what you have. Anything can be given as sadaqah. And the Prophet said, "Faman lam yajid," anyone who can still afford this, something as little as a piece of date, then the Prophet said, "Fabi kalimatin tayyib," then give charity with a good word. A good word can also be a charity. This is by you saying good words to people, pleasant words to people, by making people feel at peace whenever they are with you. Don't say bad words to them. Don't insult them. Don't abuse them. Even if anyone abuses you, you can tell them, "I'm fasting." Just, maintain good conduct. Speak good words. And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam also said, "Man lam yada' qawla zur wal amal bihi, falaysa lillahi hajjatun fi an yada' ta'amahu wa sharabahu." that anybody does not give up, anyone that does not give up bad speech or evil words, anyone that does not give it up, like lying, deceiving people, then the prophet said, Allah has nothing to do with his fasting. Leaving your food and leaving your drinks has no meaning if you can't give up all these bad deeds. So this is to tell us that even good deeds can be in form of charity in Ramadan. So I hope all of us are going to maintain good conduct in this Ramadan. It's not just by keeping yourself hungry, leaving food. No, Ramadan is not just about that. Let us try our best and do more good deeds as we can. Don't be fasting and watch a Haram movie. No. Every good deed you are doing in Ramadan is going to be a form of charity for you, and Allah is going to reward you. So I hope this video benefits you. Barakallahu fikum. Thank you so much for watching. Jazakumullahu khairan. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.